Welcome to another Stalker 2 video on the channel. In this series of videos, we'll be exploring some of the best mods created by some of the most creative and helpful modders within the Stalker community, and some of my personal favourite mods that are currently available within Stalker 2 Heart of Chornobyl. Every mod showcased in this series will be available on both PC and Xbox, unless stated otherwise. However, be aware that you do play with mods at your own risk, and upon installing any mod, achievements or trophies will be disabled. It's important to note that an enormous amount of time and effort has gone into creating and developing the mods that you're about to see, so make sure to show your support to the mod authors whenever and wherever you can. But with that being said, let's take a look at some of Stalker 2's mods of the month. Before we take a look at some of this month's mods, it's probably a good idea that I quickly explain how you install mods on console. Yes, I know, you're probably thinking to yourself, look, it's super easy, but it's always good to explain this to those who might have a bit of difficulty locating and installing mods on their console. And as I mentioned, it is super easy. All you'll need to do is to navigate your way to the mod browser on the main menu of the game. Once you're in here, you'll be able to browse all of the mods that we'll hopefully get to showcase here throughout the series. But all you'll need to do, once you find a mod that you're interested in downloading, either open the mod and click on the Y button to download, or alternatively you can just hover over the mod and press Y to download, and that's it. Your mod will then be installed. Now, it is important to note that when you install your first mod and boot up your previous save, you will instantly create an alternative modded version of that save, and your standard or vanilla save without any mods will be separated from your modded version, because firstly, achievements and trophies will be disabled, and it also gives you the option to go back to your original save to complete said achievements and challenges. The first mod we'll be taking a look at today is Shady's QOL changes 50% by mod author Shay. This mod is perfect for those who are looking to have a more relaxed experience in the zone when it comes to your carry weight, weapon durability, and also your sprint duration. This mod will essentially reduce your carry weight, your repair cost, increase your weapon durability by 50%, while also increasing your sprint duration by 50%, and also your carry capacity by 35%. And as an added bonus, you can now sell broken weapons. Obviously, for those who prefer to have a more hardcore experience and enjoy the misery, well, this mod is probably not for you. But what this mod does is that it gives players a unique way to experience the zone, relaxing some of those irritating restrictions that you experience in the vanilla game. Probably one of the best features of this mod is the ability to sprint 50% longer, making those journeys not only between faction bases more efficient, but also making those journeys towards quest objectives a little bit more quicker to reach. Having the ability to also carry 35% more is also an added bonus, as this gives players an opportunity to take out some of those clunky and heavy weapons and test them out in the field, while also having the added benefit of being to accumulate tons of loot off of the enemies that you've killed. On the back of that, being able to sell broken weapons gives players an advantage to accumulate more cash in order to purchase some of those pricey weapons and armor that you've been looking for. I mean, at this stage, you all get what this mod does. It's a perfect mod to help you explore the zone a little bit more freely, so thank you Shay for an awesome mod. The next mod on the list is also by mod author Shay, and this is Shay's NPC Interactions. This mod is a great quality of life mod that really expands upon the current A-Life system in the game. However, this mod doesn't adjust the current A-Life system. Don't worry, we've got a mod that will definitely help with that, and funnily enough, by the same mod author. This guy definitely does a lot of work. Essentially, what this mod will do is that it will give all NPCs that you come across out in the zone the ability to trade with you. And how cool is that? In the vanilla game, the only people that you can trade with are basically traders at faction bases. But with this mod, it implements various sorts of traders that you'll encounter, such as a survival trader who will sell food and drinks, an attachments trader who will sell exactly that, attachments, a medic trader, a general trader, and also comes with a field technician, which will allow you to repair and in some some cases upgrade your items on the go. Another great mod, and thank you Shay. Our next mod comes from mod author Felice, and this mod is Enhanced Combat VFX. What this mod does is that it provides a complete visual overhaul to make every single shot fired by weapons in the game more visceral and impactful. Every firearm will now feature a unique high fidelity muzzle flash. From the sharp violent burst of a rifle to the wide plume of a shotgun, the effects are designed to look as brutal as possible. The other cool thing I like about this mod is that it provides dynamic combat smoke for all weapons, so that after some of those firefights, you'll find clouds of smoke that have been left behind. This just adds to the already well-designed weapons in the game, adding that extra layer of realism and immersion to any weapon that you carry. A great mod to add to your playthrough, and thank you Felice. The next mod on the list is another one from Felice, and it's Weapon Reposition Project Tacticool. This mod will basically alter the position of each weapon that you carry, providing a more aggressive and, in the words of Felice, a tactical holding position for a different combat feel. Personally, I do like this one, as you can definitely notice a big difference between the vanilla weapon position and what this mod provides. Now, Felice does provide two different versions of this mod, the Tacticool version and also the Vanilla Game Plus version, giving you an option to change between the two, but overall the mod will provide you with a less intrusive feel. Understandably, you can alter things in the vanilla game such as your field of view and so forth, but with this mod it does exactly what it says on the tin and just gives you the option to alter weapon positions based on your personal preference. Another great mod by Felice. Our next mod is a pretty much very self-explanatory one, and it comes from the mod author S.T.A.L.K.E.R, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it's called CJ Bloodsucker. And well, you guessed it, it basically changes the visual appearance of the base game Bloodsuckers into CJ from GTA San Andreas. Now, you could probably tell already from this kind of mod, it basically adds a bit of comic relief to the zone, and to be honest, as terrifying as Bloodsuckers already are in the game, having 4 or 5 CJs all running towards you at once trying to kill you is probably even more terrifying. But you know, you can't help but laugh at the experience too. I will say this though, this mod actually makes it so much easier to locate where the Bloodsuckers are, or should I say CJ. But compared to the vanilla game, Bloodsuckers have a unique camouflage ability that can duck in and out of camouflage as they attack you. I've found with this mod, the CJ texture actually removes the ability for the Bloodsucker to go invisible, making it that much easier to locate it and take it down. However, still as terrifying as always. Now, S.T.A.L.K.E.R does have an additional mod that you can install that will do something similar. However, it will alter the character model of the controller into Shrek from the Shrek movies. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any controllers while recording this, but I'm sure if I do come across a Shrek controller out in my adventures, I'd say it'll probably be very terrifying. Thank you S.T.A.L.K.E.R for such a hilarious mod. We're back again with Felice with another great mod, and this one is called Dynamic Weather Overhaul Complete. This mod will do exactly what it says and overhaul the weather events in the game, and expanding the range of weather events across the zone, each with their unique durations and transitions. From my own experience and journey around the zone, I found that this mod really makes the likes of weather storms and emissions and other natural biome events more alive and more intense. From the lightning effects during thunderstorms, both during the day and the nighttime, to the foggy and marshy feel of the swamplands as you explore Zaton, and to the improved emission vortex, which now looks more menacing and intense. This mod makes the zone's weather events feel much more alive. Another great mod to add to your list, and thank you Felice. Another great mod to add to your list is Real Longer Days, also by mod author Felice. Essentially, this mod will rework the current day and night cycle in the game. In the 1.2 patch, the day and night cycle effectively had the same time speed, which meant nighttime and daytime progressed at identical rates and spanned equal in-game durations, which some people did actually enjoy. However, this mod now uses a uniform time speed for day and night, and overhauling the pacing of the day and night cycle in the game. Felice provides players with optional hours for this mod, where you can choose between either 2, 4, 6 and 12 real-time hours. You get the idea for this one, so there isn't much point in actually showing in-game footage, but all I'll say is enjoy that stretch of daylight and nighttime while exploring the zone. A mod that will definitely help with those current flying ragdoll effects that came with the 1.5 patch is Shay's realistic death animations early access by Shay.T.A.K.E.R. As you can see from the description, the 1.5 patch is causing flying ragdolls, stuck NPCs in geometry, and frozen bodies. And with this mod, it reduces those scenarios by changing the NPC death animation to be more realistic and less like you're in a Michael Bay movie. Thanks Shay.T.A.K.E.R. for bringing some realism back to the zone with this mod. Our final mod on today's list is another mod from Shay.T.A.K.E.R. and it's Shay's Living Zone Gold. Now Shay.T.A.K.E.R. does provide 3 different versions of this mod: Gold, Silver and Bronze, all providing different features that expand and improve upon, and I know this is going to be music to a lot of people's ears, improves upon the current A-Life system currently in the game. A few weeks ago we did receive the 1.5 patch which did improve on the current A-Life system. However, there are people out there that still feel it does need a little bit more work, and well, this mod will actually help with that. For example, let's go through all of the features that the gold tier of this mod provides. As you can see from the description, it does state that it does feature complete rework of spawn times for NPCs in open world for better pacing and a counter to no-chill moments at POIs and campsites. Complete rework of event systems and A-Life render scenarios for more varied and realistic moments. Almost a complete rework of layer system for a more believable population dispersion in the zone with better expansion chances based on faction lore. Further pathfinding and interaction with environment based on a reworked scenario. Adjustments to the needs of each faction. Some factions will now actually never sleep like Monolith and instead keep having monologues with themselves or always on patrol like militaries. Freedom are now also noticeable chainsmokers due to their nature to the zone, etc. Progression based unlock system including but not limited to squad sizes, mechanics and NPC types. Partial rework of some faction daily schedules and some hub routines for more variation in the zone. Adjustments to the squad compositions, think more snipers and more specialized squad roles for certain factions or even mixed factions roaming squads. Immersive patrols and the ability to trade with said patrols, very similar to the other mod that we actually seen here at the start of the video. And then also as well, patrol squad adjustments to also include rare profession patrolling with them, and more, see tier info for example. And then if you scroll back up to the top of the mod, you'll actually see that Shay.T.A.K.E.R. has included a description based on the example of an unlock system for an A-Life scenarios based on quest progress. There's a lot to cover in this one, so definitely make sure to check out the description of this one, or if you want to, you can pause the video here to read through the entirety of this basic description. But I will say a lot of the mutants have been reworked or added in at different particular tiers, so definitely make sure to read through this when you can. But overall, if you're currently looking for a mod on console that would not only help improve upon the current A-Life system, but also include features that we may or may not ever see in the vanilla game, well, this mod is for you. Again, make sure to check out the different tiers that Shay.T.A.K.E.R. provides and select the one that best fits your preference. Thank you Shay.T.A.K.E.R. for such a very welcomed mod. However, that's everything for today. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments on some of the mods showcased today and which mods sparked your interest and might install. Again, a huge thank you to all of the mod authors for their time and effort put into creating these mods for us, the community. And if you have a mod currently available on console that I didn't showcase here today, don't worry, I'll always make sure to include as many mods as I can in upcoming videos. And if you have a mod that you're currently working on or one that you want me to check out, let me know below in the comments. If you're new here and you found today's video informative, consider giving the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel so you never miss out on future videos. To our channel members and subscribers, thank you for your continued support and helping the channel to grow. Until next time, stay safe out there in the zone, welcome to Vault 93, and I'll catch you all in the next video.